And we are live once again. What's up, YouTube subscribers? This is Jesse right here once again, giving you an update on what we did this morning and also a few other things that I wanted to talk about. You know that I actually have I had a live stream this morning about this stock right here, the CELZ. And if you go back to the streaming, we were saying that this stack that started right here at $1.30 was going to come down all the way down here and give you at least 20 to 30, 15 to 20%. And it actually went down, came down even further than that. It came down from 160% that we had all the way to 80% right here, giving people over 30%, which was a great return. If you did not take advantage from these particular opportunity that I offered this morning at 9:25 today, I gotta say that I'm very sorry for you. However, do not feel bad because we'll have plenty of other opportunities that we're gonna be stating here in the morning and in the afternoon on our live streams. For example, this live stream, apart from giving you the summary of what happened this morning or during the day on this particular stack, I will also give you an update on what the swing trading is doing, the one that we started on Monday. And then on Friday, I'm going to give you another list of stacks that you will be able to follow for the next week. And then you're going to be able to do your swing trade on that one as well. But, anyways, those who got the opportunity and took advantage from the opportunity that I offered this morning and played this stock short that started up here and came all the way down here, props to you. And if you didn't jump on it, didn't have the opportunity to do it, I think you still have some chance, even though it's a little riskier right now, a little riskier to play it short. However, this chart has the tendency to keep running lower the next day. But it's up to you. I don't recommend you jump on it right now because this is not the only opportunity that will show up. Just wait for the next opportunity and you know that when I give you the opportunity, you're going to have at least 80% of the probability of success instead of going into this one, which may probably have a 50-50. All right. So that's basically it. What I have, when I'm talking about CELZ, this particular stock, and now I'm going to jump on the summary for the swing trade that I've been talking about. All right. And this one, I have it right here. This one right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this one. We started off last week with this big list, but it was like half the week. I started like in Wednesday, and then by Friday, we couldn't trade much because it was a holiday, so we couldn't do much with the list. So the week ended on the 7th, and then Monday, the 10th, we started this list. And so far, so good. On the 10th, we were able to bank at least 10% for three of the list of 18 stocks, actually 16 stocks. Three of them gave us the result. Then yesterday, we had this one, the BLPH, giving us 17%, crossing the 10% mark. And today, actually, we have these ones right here. I'm going to update it in front of you guys. So today, this is what we have. Okay, there you go. So today we have these stocks that are still working their way up to breaking the barrier. The 10% barrier. And the closest ones are these one, the PPTA. Today we went as high as 8.63%. just 1.40, 1.30 some point away from the 10%. I think that by tomorrow, we may definitely break the 10% barrier for PPTA. And the same goes for AU. It's very close to 10%, but the rest doesn't actually, it's not too far. They're not too far either. I remember that yesterday we had a significant amount of negative stacks, but today they're most of them are positive. Most of them, right? So negative, we just have four stacks, losing us 6, 4, 2, and 1%. But then the rest are all, positive. Some people, I mean, when they don't get the results that they're looking for, sometimes they get out of the stock of the play when it is a positive. And I definitely don't condemn that. If you feel that the stock is not going to make the move and you're still positive, you can jump off the stock. It doesn't matter. Better jumping off the stock when it's positive than when you are at a loss. All right. But I definitely believe, okay, give me a second. I think I made a mistake here because this is supposed to go here. Yes. So, yeah, I definitely believe that we still have some room for growth right here this week, still, right? Because we came from 3.79%, for example, for this one, 5%, and today we are 8%. Probably by tomorrow, the 13th, we may reach the 10%, and if not, by the 14th. So we still have 2 days to go, and I mean, to reach our goal. If these stocks over here don't reach at least 10% and become green like these ones, then they will pass to a list that we call the exit list, that is comprised by those stocks that we are just waiting to become positive to get out of them. Because we can't be recycling stocks all the time, because new plays and new opportunities come along. So we can't just keep the money locked in there when we have the opportunity of using that money in other opportunities. So I recommend that as long as the stock is positive, if the stock hasn't made the move that you are expecting and there is another opportunity that you think may probably make the move, you can get out of that stock at a probably even or at a very small gain. Never at a loss. I don't recommend people getting out of the stock at a loss if you believe on the strategy, and that not if you believe on the strategy, if the strategy that you're playing is sound, is proven, okay, and it's a tried and true formula. Uh, I don't recommend people getting off a stock at a loss. Just wait until it turns, and then as long as it turns positive, then you get out. Right now, it's much easier to trade because back in the days before Robinhood came along and all the other competitors, people had to pay commission to put on a trade, usually from $7 to $10, sometimes $12 for each way of the trade. So probably, I mean, basically, if you were not very sure about a particular position and you enter that trade, you first had to pay the broker. I mean, the brokerage. I mean, the broker $7 just to have access to the position. $7. So you're $7 down since the very beginning. You were, because that's the past. And then when you were going to get out of the stock, you had to pay the $7. So you actually had to be at a profit of $14 just to break even. And if you wanted to make some money, you would have to get, at least 20, 30 or $50. So if you started like with a very small account, putting $100 here and $100 there, that would have never worked. But now Robinhood has made it easy in a way that commissions are free. I mean, it's free commission. We don't pay any commission. And you can get out of a trade and break even as long as you are positive, even if you're just making $1 out of that trade and you think that the position is that the best, at the moment, and you have to get out. You can do it with no problem, with no problem, no repercussion or downturn. So this is great. This is great. I really, really thank Robinhood for that, and the other brokerage accounts. I mean, brokers, for providing this service like this for free. Is been a blessing, and it has opened the doors for the average or below average trader in a very significant way. The only problem that we still have is the PDT rule, which states that people who have $25,000 and more are able to day trade. So we are allowed to only place I think it's one trade per day. I think it's just one trade per day. Um, and if we do more than one trade, no, if we do more than three trades in an entire week, then we are penalized if we are under $25,000. That's the only problem that we have right now, the PDT rule. However, with these strategies that I've been playing, you don't necessarily need $25,000, and the PDT rule basically does not apply to you because this is swing trade. We're not making day trades here. That's the beauty of this particular strategy. Now, the morning strategy, when I'm shorting, that is considered to be a day trade because you actually have to sell the stock short and then get out of it the same day. I do not recommend people holding stocks, short, playing short positions and going overnight. I don't recommend that. It's too risky, way too risky. So whenever I tell you to short a stock in the morning on the live stream, I highly recommend you get out of the stock either when I say to get out, or if you want to stay a little longer, at least, close the position by the end of the day. For example, this one that I promoted today, it was a great play, but people who wanna go ahead and keep that position overnight, I really don't recommend that. All right. So I hope that if you jumped on the stack, you close the position at 4 or at 3:45 or something before the market closed. Even though this has the potential to go even further down, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend people keep their that position. It's too risky. So that's basically, what it is when it comes to short. It's just a day trade, but those short plays don't come out every single day. They may probably show up once a week or probably every 2 weeks or something like that. So it's not always. And if you place that day trade during the same day, you would not be penalized because it's just one trade. You have the opportunity to place three during the whole week. So that's basically it. The PDT rule does not apply to us in terms of the strategy that we are using. All right, so that's basically it. Like I said this morning, we still have 2 days to go. And if you want to take advantage of this list, I would recommend that you use these stocks down here, the ones that are still negative, because they have a higher possibility of giving you that 10% that we're looking to close the week at 10%. And for the next week, we're ready. We're ready. We're going to do a little bit of a research on Friday, the 14th, right here. And then we're going to start the next week that ends on the 21st with a brand new and fresh list of stocks. Right. So just stay tuned for when we come up and give you that list on another live. And also stay tuned for the morning short opportunities. So that's why I recommend that you subscribe and hit the notification bell button, because that way, every time I'm live, you will be notified and you will not miss an opportunity. Right, so that's basically it for today. That's all I had to offer. I hope you enjoy it. Please like the video, share with whoever you think would like this content, and please stay tuned for our next episode of Swing Trade. Thank you once again. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.